Hello, my little ones. We are back together again, and we're going to be doing our 10 card spread. Okay, it's for June 10th through the 16th. And for those of you that might have forgotten or you're working on it, the final day of our week is Father's Day. That would be a Sunday on the 16th. So happy Father's Day. And whether they're heavenly bound or they're earthbound, we love them all the same. Okay. Let's see what's going on, alrighty? Great. I got the Muppets in my head. The first card I laid down is like, stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down, okay? Because that's what this card is talking about. Pay attention to what you're hearing at this time. There'll be subtle nuances that you're thinking, did I hear that right? Trust yourself and not the people that are doing the mouth running, okay? So, but I think this even has wider scope than just our little circle. So it may be somebody reveals themselves, maybe even on the news or whatever, and we're going, oh my gosh, does that explain a lot, okay? And it reminds me of those two guys that are brothers that are running for Congress. So it could be somebody like them that make a comment that had not been heard from before, okay? All right, sorry. And then what's crossing, this is the success card. So it may be something that they finally open up about. They've been contemplating, figuring out whether they want to talk about it or not. And then this is a card that says we come to completion on that, and it's successful. It's a victory card. So it's like, this is information that we need, and we may be getting it in an offhand way, right? What else we got? Ooh, who's looking for a job? My goodness. Here's the Ace of Worlds, which is first thought out of the box is this is a job that's waiting to be claimed. So if you're looking for a job and you're hesitant to put yourself out there, it's like get off your little duff, dust it off, and start looking, because this means to me that it's waiting for you. It is sitting there waiting for you. But if you don't claim it, it's going to go to somebody else. So you've got a little bit of time here. Don't dilly-dally. Make sure that you follow up on this, because it could end up being just the right thing. So it's maybe a career, not just a job, but a career that you love. Here's one of my favorite ladies, and I strongly encourage any of you that are out there watching, find one of these. This is a Kuan Yin, and she's like the Eastern Madonna, okay? She is the female form of a Buddha. Okay, highly spiritual, but full of female energy. All right, so know that it's going to be the 2 weeks of women. So anybody that's looking for answers and they can't get them from the people around them, look for a new female source, because there's where the answer lies. Okay, I love this card. I would recommend that you find a Kuan Yin goddess and put her on your altar somewhere, or if you don't have an altar, just make sure you put her next to some candles and in a beautiful place in your home. And like the Big Mama here, when you need something, if you pray to her, lay it out there, and she's willing to help. But she can't help unless you ask for it. All right? Love that card. It's also telling me that there could be good opportunities that are coming through Aquarians. Now, I almost always think of Aquarian females because they're wonderful at helping other people for righteous reasons, okay? So just know that there's a grounding for you with an Aquarian female, all right? If it's not a female, it could be a gay male, but it's got that tender, nurturing element there, okay? They are ultra-sensitive, though, so be careful of the language that you use. So if you throw in a curse word, they might be miffed, and it takes you a little while to regain the ground that you just lost. Let's move into the past now. Yeah, this is old dynamics. This is like the old way of doing things is being slowly but surely pushed to the rear. And we're finally starting to see some progress. But it's a knucklehead force, and it's like, okay, that worked 40 years ago, but we're not in the middle of a war on our own ground, so we're going to have to think of other ways to handle it. And so this is kind of like daddy image. It's like, okay, I raised you right, now it's up to you. Okay, so some of this daddy stuff is stepping to the rear. What's going to the fore? Wow. Ta-da! It's my happiness card. Don't you want this? Everybody wants this one. This is my big yes card. It's the sun card. So if you're asking a question about should I try for that job, that card is adjacent and it's saying yes, yes. And oh, did I tell you yes? All right, great card for that. And it's about time. You've been dealing with money here, but it appears to me that you have a rather jaded opinion of what money means to you. Okay, it's not the root of all evil, but it might be the root of evil for worship of money. You've heard that part lots of times. But this is saying you'll make it through the tough times and you'll make it into the good times. This too shall pass. It's going to move along and you can bear with it. As a matter of fact, it looks like you're almost all the way through it because you're right next to my yes happiness card. Okay? And how am I going to get there? Of my own volition. This is the magician card. Well, let me hold it closer and wail it around in the air like you can see that fast. Okay, that's the magician card. That is the card of manifestation. You and the company of another smart cookie are unstoppable once you start putting your ideas together. That card tells me you're keeping your ideas separate, maybe being afraid to reveal too much and somebody might steal your idea. Thank you. But what I would say is just choose your compadres carefully. There's going to be somebody out there who's like, I'll be a helper for you. Don't want to do it myself, but I'll be a helper for you because that's a great idea. So know that the magician card is the strongest card in the spread. And I mean like muscle strong. So if it's a hard job, you're the one. And oh, look, you might even fall in love with that particular magician that you run across because that is the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is always a gift of love. Doesn't always turn out to be requited love, but immaterial. A gift of love is a gift, right? So you can respect them for having excellent taste. And the outcome card is, oh, look, it's the Wheel of Fortune. Not the Wheel of Misfortune, but the Wheel of Fortune. It is telling me, though, that there's going to be something that comes to a close so that a wonderful door can open. There's going to be benefits and opportunities on the other side of that door for you. So don't be afraid. Make sure you anticipate your next move. So think it through. Consult an expert if you need to, even if it's your grandpa. Sometimes your grandparents they've lived a long time and they've experienced things that maybe your parents or other people close to you have not, and they're going to give some good advice. One of the things my dad said is, even a stopped watch is right twice a day. So just know that you're going to be getting some information that is specific to you and you alone. So it may not be an explanation that anybody else understands, but that's okay because it's your gift. Let's see what's on the bottom. Time to wake up. It's time to go to sleep for some of us, but this is the card that's telling me that your world is expanding now. Things may start feeling weirder. When we went through COVID, everything was really slow and barely moving. And now on the other side of COVID, it's like, phew, it's already halfway through this year and it feels like it's only been 2 months. Okay? Things are escalating, so we have to get with the times, dream big, and get on with things, okay? This is a really good card for you to believe in yourself as well, okay? So if you have some really interesting dreams, I would strongly encourage you to make a dream journal. If you don't understand it, talk with somebody that is a little bit metaphysically minded, and they're going to help you decipher what's going on, okay? Because you're getting some really good answers in the nighttime. And if you're talking to people that are no longer in your life and they're from the past, welcome them in and say thank you and ask them to start working on their side of the pond to see if they can come up with solutions for you too. Okay, now, if I jump back, this is a terrific spread. If I was asking for a spread, this might be one of the ones that I wanted. So you guys are lucky because I'm preaching to the choir. This stuff is for you. Pick and choose what you like. If it seems a little bit too much for you, scoot it to the outside and wait and see if any of that shows up. But a lot of this is good stuff saying it's meant for you. We have the Aries card, we have the Aquarius card, we have the Sun card, we have the Magician card, we have the Wheel of Fortune card, and we also have the World card, which is an extra draw. You have 6 cards out of, well, in this case, 11, which is like 5 more than you should have gotten. So this is good stuff. So accept it with grace and dignity when somebody says you've done a good job. You don't have to explain it away. Just say thank you and then believe it. Believe it, because you're in the realm of the positive moving forward stuff, okay? News are crappy, news are upsetting. Shove them to the sides and stay in your own lane and figure out what it is that the universe is trying to tell you, or the God force you believe in. There's just some really good things that we're headed for. We just have to wade through some crap in the meantime, but we're getting there. And with this spread, I want to say thank you for putting your good energy out there, because you're making this manifest as well. So the more you think about this good stuff, the quicker we get there. Okay? All right. I think that's all that I have for this week. I mean, kind of zoom through because those were lovely. I'd like to take a picture of those. All right, take good care of yourselves. Love you bunches, and I'll talk to you soon. Oh, happy birthday, Monty.